Hey guys. Whoa. What is going on with the camera? Hey guys. This is the gameplay video for the Twitch strategy guide. Sorry about the lengths of the videos. This video is probably going to be like 4 parts because for some reason when I record things like on my screen with Camtasia, I can't record anything in LOL, but I can record like the runes and the mastery pages. So that's why the first part is probably like 8 or 9 minutes. And this part's gonna be probably 2 or 3 parts because the actual gameplay video itself, I believe this game's like a 30 to 40 minute game, so I do apologize for that. And yeah, so the game has started. Let's see what the teams are. Me is Twitch, Olaf's in the jungle, we got Janna, LeBlanc and Riven. Riven and Janna are going bottom, LeBlanc is soloing top, and the enemy team has a jungle Tryndamere. Kennen will be going top, and Riven will be going top, Kennen and Maokai bottom, and Annie will be going against me mid. And yeah, I start off with the Ghostblade, and with my quintessences, I'm up to 534 health, which is a good amount, enough for Twitch to survive in the early game, especially against Annie, who is going to be really aggressive, or most Annies are pretty aggressive with their disintegrates. So yeah, the creeps have spawned. Got expunge first. My general skill order would be expunge, ambush, and getting a rank of debilitating poison at level 4. Debilitating poison isn't a priority because the base amount slowed doesn't change, only the duration. So right now I'm really just trying to get deadly poison stacks up on Annie, or deadly venom stacks. And she got boots first, so she's extremely squishy. Well, not as much so because she must have quite a bit of health runes. Because 512, I have 534 with a blade, and yeah, she has pretty high health. But right now, just trying to focus on last hits, just as important as Twitch as any other character. Try to get an ambush here, get a couple hits off. Decide to expunge here, I believe. After 3, put ignite, pick up first blood. Trin comes in, turn around, exhaust him. And I make the mistake here of expunging a second too early. Always remember, deadly venom stacks will keep ticking until you use expunge. And what I should have done is waited a second longer for them to tick and then use expunge. And right here, LeBlanc calls MIA right as Riven comes down, so I probably should have just stayed in fighting because I knew I couldn't outrun her, but I dropped down a little bit and I get a little upset because nobody likes it when no one doesn't call MIA, but I didn't want to go off on the guy. But we all know how that feels, being ganked, not getting calls. But what can you do? I blame myself for not having enough map awareness usually. But yeah, now that I'm back, it's 2-1 right now because I believe bottom picked up a kill also. Yep, Riven picked up a kill. I saved enough money for my boots and my Ghostblade. Generally speaking, I like to get 3 Ghostblades on Twitch and then get my max rank boots, which I will be getting my boots of mobility. And this just gives Twitch a little bit of lifesteal, 12% life, or 9% lifesteal, 30 damage, 300 health, a good amount. And right here I'm going to start to open up on Annie. Got a couple free hits in. She has her stun up though. So I just expunge because I know she's in that bush. Get a nice crit off. Get ignited though, so I'm going to back off a little bit. I'm really low. We're going to go back. She flashes in. I stayed in way too long there. Thinking she didn't have flash up. I thought she used her flash in the last engagement, but oh, I paused the video there. Yeah. Another thing to notice, if you're stealthed when you die, or you're trying to, you'll spawn stealthed. That's the thing to notice also. I don't know how useful that really is. I guess if they're pushing your like inhibitor or your towers, you'll come back stealth, which is nice. But nothing much is going on. I'm going back to mid. Olaf's coming in to gank. He ghosts. Hits with his undertow. Gets a couple good hits in. Backs off. Misses with the second undertow. I come in stealth thinking Annie might come out, you know, to get a couple more creep kills. But I just decide to creep farm. It's really easy to last hit with my crit chance and my poison as of right now. Right now I have a 14% crit chance. And this game, I accidentally, I believe, used a different setup than what I was talking about in the strategy. I didn't use my crit chance. I used more of a crit chance book in this, where I have a little more crit chance and critical damage in the other book. The other book I have more critical damage. But yeah, right here, I see Maokai's low. I go in, get 3 hits on, expunge, pick up the kill, go around because I see Kennan's low. And really, once you hit level 5, yeah, I have ambush rank 2. I can really start roaming. This is where we go in. Riven barely gets away because Janna's shield. I go in, auto attack, pick up the kill on Kennen. So far, not a bad start for Twitch. 3-2. I'm going to go back here and pick up my boots. Oh, good job. Teamwork going on. Let's see what my movement speed's at. 441. Pretty good movement. Adding in Tailwind, Janna's passive. And yeah, once you start hitting the point where your ambush is longer than 20, you really don't want to gank when ambush is only rank 1, because 10 seconds doesn't give you enough time to position yourself, which is Twitch. Position is the most important. As you can see, trying to get as close as I can to Annie. Exhaust her. I have 5 stacks up. Ignite. Gonna wait a little bit. Exhaust. Expunge. And I don't pick up the last hit, sadly. So push it back though, which is nice. There's a lot of close calls like that in this game, which kind of discourages me, but I turn out having a pretty decent score. I believe I go 25-9, which I don't know how much that says about me, but I do alright this game. And it was my best game as Twitch for the last couple days, so I figured I'd use this one. I see Trin coming up, so I just back off, ambush away. Generally speaking, Twitch doesn't need to ward mid, because most of the time you can ambush away, and if you were running like a flash or something, you could get away. And this is where Twitch really becomes useful, because they still don't have any stealth detection, and I work as a great scout. Go in, get a couple hits on Maokai, back out, go to help out Riven and Janna with their creeps. Man, it's hot in here. My house's air conditioning hasn't been working for like 2 days, so my room is just on fire right now. But anyways, recalling back, pick up my 3rd Dorn's Blade, which will put me a little bit over 100 attack damage and 1100 health, which is where I want to be at. Riven just killed LeBlanc. Riven, I believe, does the best on their team in this game. Yeah, she's already 2-1. She's not doing bad. I go in with ambush. See Annie has her stun charged up, so decided to just leave her alone for now. See Olaf getting Riven low up here. I automatically assume she's going to go back on the tower, and this is where I was talking about earlier. Spray and pray. Couple hits in without them noticing. Get a nice crit expunge. And that's one of the good examples of just Twitch going in, taking a kill, going out. And now I'm continuing to scout for my team. Run around, see that Annie is missing, so I'm just going to go back to farming creeps. And apparently, I said Annie MIA, and then he said Twitch is crazy, and LeBlanc said she's looking for me. And I think Annie was roaming around for a little bit in the jungle, trying to find me, but I'm back at mid. Getting my creep kills up. Right now, 30 creep kills. I'm in the middle. Creep kills aren't as important as Twitch because you generally, in this game especially, you go for champion kills, and that kind of makes up for my lower creep score compared to the other champions or my allies. Right now, oh, a little lag. Get hit by a disintegrate, so I back up a little bit. And with the 3 Doran's blades that I'm using, it really allows me to sustain the lane. Even though Annie hasn't been harassing me that much, if she was harassing me a little bit more, I could probably do a little bit better. Right here, get a good expunge off. She ignites and tibbers me though, and the tower hits me twice. So I go down, but I pick up the kill nonetheless. And I'm not too worried about giving a kill for taking a kill as Twitch. But I say this because Annie's going a pretty standard safe build. Boots with the catalyst, so I assume that she's going Rod of Ages. So if she had something like a Majai's or going for like an early Rabadon's, I probably wouldn't have given her, or I probably wouldn't have played as aggressively. But since I see her doing more of a standard build, I'm not afraid to give up a kill. And when I revived, I picked up my 2 long swords to build into my brutalizer, into my Youmuu's. And yeah, now's a good time to discuss build. As Twitch, you really just want to have high attack damage and lifesteal. Survivability comes from your items mostly, not from your actual abilities. And right there is a good example of me completely missing with spray and pray. But as I was saying, generally speaking, I like to go with a Youmuu's and a Black Cleaver. This will give me around 45, that'll give me around 65 plus 6, so 71 armor pen, which will give me a nice amount of penetration against most semi-armored to lightly armored targets, such as Annie or Kennen. And I really like a high armor pen build. And right here is where I get low, but I got Annie right there to go against Olaf. Ambush in, last hit to KS, and we both say good job. And yeah, sorry for jumping around with the items, but for after my Youmuu's and my Black Cleaver, I generally go with a Infinity Edge and a Banshee's Veil. Banshee's Veil is a must on Twitch for pretty much all combinations of heroes. Because as you can see, having a Banshee's Veil will really help out against people like Annie, Kennen, all those really just bursty mage champions. And it really helps Twitch's low health and low mana pool. It gives them a little bit more magic resist, because I see that 3 out of 5 of their champions are AP. Maokai a little less than the others, but so I figure Banshee's Veil will be a good choice for the extra magic resist and health. And right now I'm picking up my items for my Youmuu's. And Youmuu's is like the bread and butter, like the amazing item for Twitch. I don't know any other way to put it, because just the bonuses are amazing. 30 attack damage, 15% crit, pass